about how being authentically you can, help you become a better version of yourself, and how it can help you be the one who can just embrace success and like the prosperity in your life. So let's have Christy here. Hi, Christy.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and share some knowledge about being authentic. It's exciting.
Wow, that's wonderful. Tell us more about yourself. Like, what do you do? Where are you from?
I am in New Zealand, so I'm from New Zealand, all the way over here. I am an impact coach, so I help professionals find their authentic selves so they can live and be their true selves on their own terms. So rather than being getting frustrated or upset with being in a rut, you know, um, moving them towards their authenticity to have the life that they want, the dreams that they want, the life that they see for themselves.
Wow, that's wonderful. So, like being authentically you is really an important thing, right? That we being ourselves can actually help us like unlock of so many like things in our life, right? New opportunities and actually loving what we are doing, right? So, how you came into this whole thing, like how it all started?
Well, I have worked for different people, loads of different industries, and the last industry I worked for was recruitment. And recruitment can be quite cutthroat. And I got to a point where I was in a new company, but it was the same sort of people running it. They didn't really care. They were about the money and the targets, and it just didn't feel right. And I decided one day 5 years ago actually that I wanted to work for myself and nobody else. And I wanted to be able to work anywhere in the world so I can travel and not be stuck in one place, having the flexibility to move around and do what I wanted to do. So that was 5 years ago. Fast forward 5 years, and here I am living my dream of working for myself, helping people, and being able to do it anywhere in the world because I do it all online. And when people think about doing things online, it doesn't, some people think that you don't have that same connection. That's not true. I'm sure you agree with that. You can still build beautiful relationships, and you can also feel more comfortable in your own surroundings. So you get that connection and that openness quicker when you're in your own surroundings and in the comfort of your own home.
True, true, very true. So, like
Yeah.
being authentically you, like makes different sense for different people, right? So, I would really like to ask you as an impact coach, what does it mean to you and your clients?
Yeah, and that is right. It authentically you does mean different things for different people. So it's about what I do is try and work out what they believe is authentic. But for me, authenticity is about being your true self, being aligned in your work, your relationships, your family, every aspect of your life. You're enjoying, you're not um, letting society get a hold of any part of your life and making sort of decisions for you. You are in control of your life and your destiny. That's why it's sort of on your own terms. So, authenticity to me is being in alignment to your true self, which brings in happiness, which brings in opportunities, which brings in ideas, which brings in so much because you're in the right mindset, you're in the right path, you're on the right purpose. And that's so important in this day and age with everything that's going on in the world as well. Don't you agree?
True, very true. Like I feel like it is a kind of inner work, right? That you do on yourself and you work on yourself to be the better version or to understand that what you want actually, right? Most of the times people are doing this stuff just by being themselves, like or maybe not looking at what they actually want rather than what someone
Hmm.
else is looking for from them and what kind of expectations society is having from them, right? And it,
Exactly.
true, true.
Yeah, and that's what I was feeling when I was working for other people. I wasn't feeling authentic because I was living someone else's work. So my bosses were telling me what to do, and that was fine, and I understood it, but it didn't have my values. It didn't have my love and attention to it and how I would like to do it. If I was running a recruitment agency, I would really care for the people around me, and money is obviously important, but if you were to do it in a way where you're aligned with your own values and the looking after the people you care about and the people coming into you, that money will flow. When you're in alignment and when you're living your purpose, everything flows. Money, relationships, abundance, everything flows when you're being your authentic self. So yes, yeah, I agree.
True. Very true. So, how about the mindset part, right? How mindset work in this whole scenario of being us, like authentic and being us ourselves, and how we can actually help ourselves to understand that okay, I really want this, not that.
So, when we're talking about mindset is a lot about what we've already taken in. So, when I might be talking about a society, or when we were younger, our parents, the teachers around us, our friends, our family, what they are actually telling us, we have taken on board, and we have infused it into our mindset. So we've got the conscious mind and we've got the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is where our beliefs and habits lie. And that's the sort of things that you've been told from your parents, especially back in the day when your consciousness is so wide open and just feeding all this information in and you're just taking it in. Your subconscious mind is the place that we need to make the changes for you to move into your authenticity. So you might have some beliefs in there that you are not good enough, or it's not possible, or anything like that, where it might have come from, say, your parents. They stuck to their 9 to 5 job, and that was what they did, or you just seen it on movies and TV, that's what happens. So it's embedded into your subconscious mind. So we need to unravel that and change it so that your belief is it is possible, you are worthy, and it can happen. So the mindset is massive to being authentically you. So the first step to really get moving to in your authenticity journey is really sit down and write out everything that you actually want in your life, and not just and take away the how, the what, the where, when, how is this possible, time. Take all that away and just sort of fantasize and really just have fun with it. Write a list of everything that you really truly want in your life, and then that's what you've got. That's what you've got to move towards. That's sort of the first step, and it's a fun step. Like this whole journey is a fun journey if you allow it to be. As soon as you put a little bit of pressure on yourself, you're going against the alignment, and that's when things stop again, I guess. So we need to keep moving forward. So you got to be open, ready to make those changes, and enjoy the journey. But that's the first step, is writing a list. And imagine you could write. That's how I did it. I was like, I want to work for myself. I want to be able to travel the world. I love traveling. So if I want to travel, I'll have to be able to work anywhere in the world. Okay, cool. Write that down. Have help people was another thing for me. Helping as many people as possible. I didn't know what at the time. I didn't know how, but I just wrote it down. I went, I really like this. I'm moving towards it. And when you make decisions, the universe sort of says, Kirsty, you've decided that this is what you want. All right, here's an opportunity, here's an idea. There you go. So a decision about making the changes is really important part of the authenticity journey as well. Because if you're humming and hawing, the universe isn't really ready and going, well, what do you want? Do you
You
want
want
this? You want
actually,
that? You want
right?
this? You want that? But if you go, okay, this is what I want, not sure how, but this is what I want, then the universe goes, right, here you go, there you go, here's an idea, here's someone for you to talk to, this person I'll push towards you, and the universe is amazing at doing that. But you have to start that process going forward.
True, true.
Yeah.
So definitely. So it feels like you really enjoy the whole stuff that you are doing, right? For some people, like having like the words itself like are maybe like something that they don't want to do or they don't feel like doing it or maybe horrible, right? That because we are quite like very much interested in knowing more about what other people are doing, how outer world is working. But when it comes to the inner world, that how I am functioning and what I am looking for, what I want, like most of the times people don't have the answers of these questions because they haven't taken enough time to look inside of them, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly it. They haven't taken the time and they think they don't have the time. Like, I need a quick fix. I need this to work now. So this person's doing it that way. Oh, and it seems to be working for them. Let's do that. But it doesn't work like that, does it? You need to really look inside you and find out what your journey is, what your path is. Because all of us are completely different. I might come across another impact coach, but they won't be on the same journey as me. We will be completely different. We might do a few things the same, but our journey will be different. So it's about really taking a step back and looking inside of you and finding out what it is that makes you happy. If it makes you happy, that's a really good path, right? That's probably the path because
Right.
that's what we want in life is to be happy. And if you're happy with what you're doing, you're in alignment. And if you're in alignment, it's the right path and it's the right journey. So you just got to go in a little bit and stop going as fast as what society thinks we need to be going at the moment because everything's so fast. Take a moment, take a few moments, take as long as you can if you possibly can, and really take the time to sit with yourself and find out what truly makes you happy. And in this day and age, it is quite difficult to actually do that because there's pressures of not enough time. You've got the kids around. When am I supposed to do it? Oh, I'm working 40 hours a week and I'm exhausted at the end of the day. But if you're putting enough time into yourself, you will start moving on your journey because that is the way to find out what your happiness is, what you truly want to do is when you take that time for yourself. And other people around you actually feel the benefits of you taking time for yourself. Like as a mother, if I'm not looking after myself, I'm not actually giving my son or my family
True.
the the love and affection and what they actually need. I'm giving them half of it because I'm not actually looking after myself. So we should be looking at ourselves as our number one priority as well.
Right. And
Yeah.
when it comes to like looking at some other people who are, for example, we are doing a business and someone else is having a quicker success or having something like in a few days or in a few months, and we are still going on in our journey, not having results. It really feels like at that time, like sticking to the same path that we are working on and being authentically us rather than just copying someone because they got results. I am going to do the same that they are doing and I'm going to have the same is really it really needs patience and like trust on ourselves, right? That okay, I can
Mhm.
also do it by like while being me.
Absolutely. Believing in yourself is a massive thing because
True.
that is a confidence thing as well, isn't it? Belief and confidence are quite similar in that fact. And a lot of people don't have that belief that they can do it themselves. So yeah, that is correct. You need to have that belief or even lean back a little bit and let the universe do what it needs to do once you've found that happiness and you're moving towards your authenticity, to let it do its thing. But you still have to, if you see that person being really successful really quickly, it might be a question to ask yourself: am I still being in alignment? Am I still on the right path? Am I doing the right things?
True.
And it's not comparing yourself to that person, it's taking a look back at yourself and not judging yourself or putting pressure on yourself, but just think or have time and say, am I actually doing everything that I need to be doing right now? And if the answer is yes, perfect. If the answer is no, okay, what do I need to be doing? What else do I need to be doing? And then you'll get the answers. And then you can move forward, maybe as quick as them, maybe not as quick as them. You're on
Exactly.
your journey. Yeah.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
So we really discussed a lot about how we can become, how like being authentically you is like really the matter of like working on ourselves, about mindset, about our self-talk, about our inner work and all, right? But if someone is really, would like to get started with this journey, what is something that they really need to change on the very first place, according to you as an impact coach?
Setting a goal is really important. I think setting a goal, and well, what I said earlier about the list, I think is probably the very first thing to do, because that's fun. That's really fun to get done first. Okay, when you write your list out, then you can look back and go, what one thing do I really want most out of that list, more than anything else on that list? What makes me excited if I think about the end result? So having that, being that person, living that dream, how would I feel? Which one of those things would make me feel the most proud, excited, the big feelings? And that one thing will be your goal. And then you can put that up on your wall, you can put it in your pocket, and read it as much as possible in the present tense. So if it was, earn 100K in 6 months, you would write that down and say it as often as possible. So when we're changing uh, your subconscious mind, so your beliefs and your habits, it's all about repetition. So the more that you say it, the more that your mind starts believing it. And then once it believes it and you truly believe it, it's moved into the subconscious mind and it goes into action. So nothing happens until you truly believe something. So I've got a little example that I tell the people that I work with, and it's a really good example. So if someone said to me, "Hey, Kirsty, your hair, it's looking a bit, shabby," I could do one or two things. I could say, "Oh, thanks so much," and then in my head go, "Well, I'm not talking to that person again." Or the number two thing is I could start internalizing it. So when I start internalizing it, I might be like, "Oh, is it?" And looking in the mirror, going, "Oh, I think it is looking a bit shabby. Oh no." That's when I start believing that my hair is actually going a bit shabby. And once you truly believe that your hair is going a bit funny, you've pushed that down into your subconscious mind. So now you truly believe it, which actions things into play. So your hair will actually turn into shabbiness, or however you imagined your hair to be from what that one comment said, your hair will transform into that. So that's how powerful the mind is. And that's why we need to make sure that we are saying no thank you to that comment, so that you're not putting it into that subconscious mind. And so when we're talking about the positive side of it, we need to be um, repeating things over and over and over, so that we're changing that subconscious mind, so that we're changing our actions into the positive, so we're coming into that authenticity. Authentic you.
True, that's fine. Yeah, that's really wonderful thing, right? That when we start like looking into ourselves and we just manage that how our self talk is going on, right? Because I mean
Hmm.
there will be so many distractions out in the outside world. Like no one knows what I will feel offensive about,
Absolutely.
right? And we always start to compare the stuff that okay, it doesn't mean that if they have said something, it is not all the time, right? So like saying no to right things is really a wisest thing, I guess.
Absolutely. So we have about 70 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So it's really imperative
Right.
that we just ignore the ones that aren't actually going to serve us and bring in all the compliments that you may get or all the good things. Bring those in. So that will help start changing that mindset so that you can start being the true you that you want to be. But no one has control of your thoughts, your feelings, or your actions. It is all you. It's about training ourselves into knowing the thoughts that are bad or being conscious of it, knowing the being conscious of the thoughts that we're having. So if we've got a negative one coming in, go, no, thank you, and replace it with a positive. And that'll
Right.
change your mindset. Um, that's a fast way of training your mindset, but you have to be conscious of what's going in all the time. And that
True.
takes training. It's like practice, practice, practice till it becomes part of you, is what I tell all my clients. Practice, practice, practice till it becomes part of you, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's like when you were a little kid and you're tying your shoelaces, like you had to really concentrate on doing those, and now you just boop, you don't even think about it. It's part of your life, and that's what you need to do with your subconscious mind. Whenever you're moving towards something, whenever you're trying to change something, just keep going. Practice, 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 practice till it already is you, and you don't have to think about it anymore. Easy.
True. Easier said than done, right? Because like
Yeah,
that's why we need people like you who can actually keep us on track and like give us all
yeah,
the answers that comes to like while going on this journey, right? Because it is
yeah,
very much difficult. I know, like saying ourselves like cancel. I usually say cancel, cancel, cancel when I like there is something coming up which is not serving me, right? So
yeah,
it is like it is a practice. It comes like with practice itself, right? There is no any other option. But
yeah,
sometimes like we feel distracted that okay, there is so much going on. We have so many other things to do in different areas of our life, and that's where we need someone like you who can actually just hold our hand, just
yeah.
listen to us, and just guide us that okay, this is something that you should be doing right now.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what it is. And that's what I feel like it should be. Guidance. It's to keep you accountable as well, but in the nicest possible way. It's not like, have you done this? Rah, rah. It's like, come on, this is the way that you want to go. Let's go there. You know, hand holding, like I like the way you said that. Yes.
Exactly. So let's talk about how being authentically you can help someone in their success.
Can you repeat that?
Sure. So, like, I was just saying that how, like, being someone who is authentically themselves can help them in their success.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's an easy one because we've sort of covered it all already. If you're moving towards your authentic self, you're going for success. So you're changing your mindset to be the one that's going to be positive and happy and loving and all those good things. So good things are going to happen for you. You're going to make decisions that are right for your authentic self. So when, like I said, when you make decisions, the universe goes, oh, here you go, here you go, here you go. So you're going to be successful. It's just a matter of time. Like the world is here to serve you in being successful. And the only way to be successful is being your true, authentic self with your values, with your time, with your looking after yourself. Once you've got everything aligned, the only thing that is next is the success. But you can't get that success without being aligned with what it is that is true to you, and moving on your own journey. It may be parallel to someone, like we said before, but it's your own journey. And that's going to be success, changing that mindset, changing that subconscious beliefs and habits, and being true to yourself and not listening to everything society says. You might take some things, perfect, some things, but not everything. Just being authentically you, unapologetic, authentic you.
Definitely. That's really well said. That this is something that someone really needs while working towards their success, right? And when we are in a business where, like an online business specifically, right, that there is so much noise around us and we have to work upon like our own thing while just going through a lot of things altogether, right? And at that time, being us, being
Absolutely.
ourselves really makes a lot of difference, right?
Absolutely. And that's how we sort of connect with people. If we're our true self, we are connected to people. People see our vibration, see something about us that they like. I mean, I may have someone come to me and like, I'm not sure about this vibration. That's okay. They might be a perfect fit for you in your business. You have to find the right person for being your coach, being your mentor. They have to be a right fit for you. If you want, regiment, that's probably not going to be me. But if you're looking for a kind, gentle push, but with all the knowledge of how to get there, um, that'll be me. But it's also
Wow.
about, yeah, that connection that you have with someone. Yeah.
Right, right. So tell us more about your services and if someone is actually looking to work with you, how they can get in touch with you.
Well, you can get in touch with me. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, as Kirsty Impact Coach. I am on Facebook with Authentically You. And my email address is kirstyimpactcoach@gmail.com. Nice and easy. And I am doing impact coaching. So I have 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months worth working with me. And each month it'll be 4 calls, weekly calls. You'll get support from me 24/7 via Telegram. You'll get one personal activation a month, which is an energy shift, depending on what you need, specifically personalized for you. And it might be an energy shift, it might be a vibrational boost, whatever it may be. You also get a success journal, a healing work in each of our calls, and the biggest impact you'll ever have in your life will be working with myself. So I've got 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. Obviously, I think 3 months, 6 months is probably where you want to start. And then, because in 1 month you may not see the results that you actually want if you're not doing the work. You will see the results, I promise you, if you do the work. Guaranteed you'll see results. So impact coaching with me is how you can work with me.
Wow, that's great, Kirsty. It was really lovely talking to you and knowing more about you and your business. And it was really wonderful, like discussion out here. I hope you enjoyed it as well.
I loved it. Thank you so much for having me. I could just like blah 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 all night.
That's really wonderful. Great, Kirsty.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.